This is the plaintiff, Nadia. She says her older sister, the defendant, owes her money, and she's here standing up to her for the first time. Bottom line, the woman owes her $1,824.58, and sister or no sister, she's suing her for it. This is the defendant, Anne. She says it hurts her in her heart the way the plaintiff is acting because she doesn't owe her a penny. She's trying to keep her head high and put her best foot forward regarding her sister's character. But her suing really takes the cake. She's accused of dismissing her sister. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for discrepancy of character, slander, and harassment.
All parties, please raise your right hands. People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marilyn Leon is now presiding. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
All right, Ms. Nadia, you are suing Ms. Ann, your sister, for money that you say she owes you for a loan. Tell me how it came about that you loaned her money.
She was just trying to get back on her feet and wanted this new apartment to get out of a previous living situation, and then realized she didn't have like the total money, asked me to help her with the security deposit first. And I said, yes, I'll loan you the money, but we'll have to figure out a payment plan. And then she was shy $220 for the first month's rent. And I was like, yeah, like, but that payment arrangement. And then we never got a chance to set that up. But that's why I loaned her the money to help her get back on her feet.
So it was a total of $720 that you ended up loaning her, $500 on February 21st of 20, $200 on March 12th of 20, and $20 on March 13th of 20. What was the $20 for?
She thought she had $300 and she only had $280.
Okay.
So she just asked for
and you sent all of them through Venmo, correct?
Yes.
All right. And what else are you suing for here?
She asked me to borrow her computer, or my computer, asked me to borrow my computer because she was job searching. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I lost my job twice in a year because of COVID. My restaurant closed down. So then eventually I was like, hey, I need my computer. Can we share it? Because I need to start job hunting as well. And at first she's like, yeah, like, let's share it. And then when it came to me actually swinging by to pick it up, she didn't respond, which I think I texted her like the morning of. I was like, okay, maybe she just didn't see it. It was last minute. So I gave her a better notice. I was like, next Wednesday, blah, 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 whatever the time was. And then I just realized that the few times I tried to reach out about my computer, getting it back, she just wouldn't respond to me. So.
Okay. Did you and your sister have a good relationship before all this?
We were estranged for about 10 years. And when she moved out for college and stuff, that's where I kind of feel like we didn't keep in the best of touch. And I was just okay with like loving her from a distance. But then when she reached out, her and her mom both called me like the same night because they were living together. And I guess they were like, the living together wasn't working out. And I was like, I love my mom, but I was like, you know what? I'm more patient than mom. And like, I can, help you, I think, a little bit better. So I bought her a Greyhound ticket, moved her to Philadelphia because I feel like it's the city for people to rebuild themselves. It helped me. I'm a completely different person than I was like 4 years ago. And I was a good person then, but I think I'm an even better person now. Like, I never felt accepted in Indiana. When I moved to Philadelphia, I just met all these great people who love me for me. I didn't have to change myself, my dorky, annoying self sometimes when I joke. Mm-hmm. So I really wanted to give her that opportunity. So I moved her out, bought her that Greyhound ticket. And then us living together also didn't really pan out, but we didn't lose that relationship. I tried to help her best I could, like over a year time.
How long did she live with you?
Just a month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then did she find her own place, or what did she do, or where'd she go?
Yeah, she met this really sweet lady that was renting out a room. And I think that was better because, like, when you're with family, you kind of get too comfortable. And so that helped our relationship a little bit. And I was like, you know what, I'm still here for you. Like, I helped her buy groceries, helped her buy dog food. And like, I don't want any of that back because I did that just because I saw her trying. So I was like, you know what, as long as you're trying, I'm going to like be here for you. But then when I felt like she quit trying and then I lost my job, so I couldn't keep helping her, that's when I felt like it put a strain on our relationship again.
What would she tell you about the money that you loaned her? Would she say, yeah, I'll pay it? Or would she say, no, those were gifts?
The money that I loaned her, I think she would say, yes, I owe you that back, because that's what we agreed on. So definitely wasn't a gift. It was never, I even have like a text of her saying, yeah, I'll pay you back.
So let me hear from you, Ms. Ann. Let me hear from you. What is your response to that?
So my sister did help move me to Philadelphia. That way, like, we could build on a relationship. I didn't live with her long. That's when I ended up in a bad living situation. The lady, she was nice, but the house was infested with fleas. That was for 2019. I was working 63 hours a week, 2 jobs, trying to make the best of it, but it was a bad situation. So then that's why when 2020 came around before COVID, I was doing my budget and I was $500 short. And so my mother sent $200 of the $500 as a gift to me, but she sent it to Nadia, and then Nadia sent that lump sum of the $500 to me. So that was a gift. And then COVID hit, so then I immediately lost my job. That's when Nadia originally said that I could borrow her computer because I was unemployed.
Okay, but tell me hold on one second. You said 200 of that 500 was from your mother, but where did the other 300 come from, according to you? From your sister, Nadia?
A gift correct.
Oh, yeah. A gift. You're not supposed to pay that back?
Correct.
Okay, so your sister sends you $500. You say 200 was a gift from your mom, and the other 300 was a gift from Nadia. Then there's another 200 that you get on just like a couple of weeks later. Is that also a gift, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, and then another $20 that you get. And is that also a gift? That's also a gift. You're not supposed to pay that back.
I would count that as a gift, yeah. I would buy food, she would buy food, we would go back and forth.
Are you supposed to pay it back?
No.
When you borrow it, do you say, I'll pay you back?
No, it was a gift. She was just trying to help me out in a situation.
Okay, so I see that on January 25th, you ask her, I have a question to ask you. All my money is going to my new place, and I don't have enough to pay Linda $150 for February. Thoughts? Can I borrow from you and pay you back? I did my budget all the way until mid-March, and basically I'm $500 short. I will have no money to feed myself for a month. Also means I would have to stop smoking weed for a month, too. What part about that? First of all, if you have money for weed, you have money for rent. But what part about that where you say, I will pay you back, in black and white, means that that's a gift?
At that point, it was a discussion before, and she even said that she wasn't able to. So at that point, I'm asking from my mother for a gift.
I don't know what you're saying. She then says, I'm going to loan you the money. We just have to discuss a payment plan. Sounds good? I mean, it's very clear you're supposed to pay her back. Literally, I can see that you're lying, and this is money she loaned you. She is the person you turn to when you need somebody. Why would you then lie in court and say, I wasn't supposed to pay her back? I'm seeing text after text where you say you're supposed to pay her back. When did it become a gift?
I have plenty of text messages where it shows
Show me what date.
It is a gift.
Tell me what date the text is so that I can find it.
On March 12th at 11:42 from the plaintiff.
Okay, hold on. Let me get there. I'm praying for you. I'm also here to financially help as much as I can until you get another job. Any leads, hopefully they do just pay you up front. So the $1,200 this Friday is for the second half of March rent, right? So, Ms. Ann, you're saying that the language, I'm here to help you financially, means it's a gift and not a loan?
It was gifted because I was unemployed, and she said that she wants to help me as much until I can get another job, and I'm still unemployed.
Okay. You have a counterclaim against her for $5,000, money owed for personal harassment, personal distress, slander, libel, and discrepancy of character. Tell me what you are basing that on. Talk to me.
So the libel and slander, I'm basing that on her oral defamatory statements I feel like that also falls under the fact that it's a character assassination. This is not who I am. It's not the type of person I am. She started harassing me instead of, my building has approved list visitors. Other than that, you can't get past the concierge. I don't have a vehicle. Nadia has a vehicle, the plaintiff. And so at any point in time, since February 27th, the day that I moved in, I added her to that list so that she could come over at any point in time. She's my sister. So why would she not come over and just knock on the door and grab her computer? So I don't understand why she waited less than 60 days when she has rights, she has a car, she has a way to get to my place, and she just wouldn't come over. I didn't respond because I was being personally harassed.
You wanted her to break into your house and get the computer? That's what you're saying?
No, just
because
knock on the door.
She's texting you about getting it back, and you're saying no. Well, but you're ignoring her, she says.
Because she was harassing me. She has a vehicle.
Okay, well, that's why she didn't knock on your door,
list.
Because you were ignoring her.
She's on my
but she can't just. The concierge would have let you in. Yeah, I got it. But what is the personal distress? Tell me, like, what did she say or do that is causing you $5,000 worth of personal distress? That's what I'm trying to get.
So the reason why I feel I have all this personal distress, maybe a chemical imbalance, I don't even know, but I got served from my sister 2 days before Thanksgiving. My feelings were hurt when her and my mother did not invite me to my great-grandma's 99th birthday. And then she serves me 2 days before Thanksgiving. My support system alienates me. So that's where the personal stress starts. Like, not only did the world have a hard time in 2020, not only was I unemployed all year, but all of a sudden, right before the holiday season, when like times really getting the worst for the world, not just me, all of a sudden my support system, my sister and my mother are alienating me, it was very hard to handle.
Why was your mother mad at you?
It makes me shaky. She's never been fond of me. There are text messages in there of her just saying like, oh, I'm sorry, I never loved you for the last 10 years. I think she feels guilty. I did not coax her to say any of that.
She didn't say that.
She just started sending all of that
Ms. Ann,
stuff.
I need you to listen to me because this is important. Your mom didn't say that. What your mom said was, I haven't been a good mother to you, and I am sorry. And I mean, she said like all the right stuff. Not, I didn't love you for 10 years. She says that she wasn't there for you, and she's going to try to be there for you, and she wants to encourage you, and you're doing a great job. I mean, it was good mother text, not bad mother. I never loved you. That's not what your mother said, and I don't want you to think that that's what she said, because that's a painful thing to carry with you if it wasn't said.
It is a painful. But, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I know. Okay, what was going on? Why were you not invited to the 99th? Why was Mom Nadia on your side? Is it because of the debt?
She was actually invited, but I already felt alienated myself from my sister since she wasn't responding to anything. So I rented a car and I went to the birthday, but I wasn't going to put myself in a situation that close with my sister after everything, after her not texting me, basically like hurting my feelings. And I was like, I hope she can go and I would be civil, but I'm not going to. I've learned my lesson. I've been burned. I'm not going to extend that offer to help anymore. So she was invited to the great-grandma's 99th birthday. I just wasn't going to personally put myself in a situation again to be used and abused and hurt again.
I'm looking at a series of texts between you, Ms. Ann, and your mom. Thank you for helping me to move into the arts building. And she says, actually, I believe Nadia helped you move in. I wasn't out there yet. You Venmoed Nadia money to send to me. Says, I can't remember. I've been working so much. This year is a blur, but I'm so glad you're in the arts condominium. It does seem safe. Well, I have messages saying you Venmo money for me. I appreciate you helping me move. Okay, good night, love you. Are you denying you sent $200? Are you trying to trick your mother into creating evidence for court? Because by this point she'd sued you? LOL, I'm trying to help you remember and let you know how much I appreciate it. And she says, I don't remember. It's not a big deal. It's fine. It was months ago. I like your apartment. Good location for you. So you're denying you help? I mean, like, it goes on like this for such a long time. It's bizarre.
Because she keeps trying to avoid the question. Like, she just is trying to cover her own. It's a mental mine mess up in my brain because my support system and everybody are just, like alienated from the family. Why is Nadia trying to push me away and alienate herself?
Okay, do you maybe think, do you ever have any introspection where you say to yourself, it's my behavior that's causing them to push me away? Do you ever stop and think that? I mean, who tries to trick their mother
No, I've been working for 4 years. I have been working with a therapist on my self-growth. So
okay, let me ask you a question, Ms. Nadia. I now have a question for Ms. Nadia. Why is it that you're suing for $1,104.58 for a computer that's from 2013?
Yeah, that's just what the courts told me to put. They're like, do you have record of how much you paid for that computer? It was in mint condition. So
that's fine, but it doesn't matter mint condition. If it's a 2013 computer, there's depreciation involved. From what I have seen, the evidence is extremely clear that this was a loan and not a gift. The fact that someone tells you, I'm here to help you financially, doesn't mean you don't have to pay it back. It means that they're here to make you loans. It could mean that just as much, particularly when I see the text. It says, well, you have to pay me back, and you say, I will pay you back. So these are loans. They are not gifts. $720 for that. And now, in terms of the laptop is not worth the amount that you are suing for. The laptop, when you come to court, you're entitled to the reasonable value of the thing at the time of the bad. The bad is not returning it to you and ignoring you and keeping it, because it was clearly something you were letting her borrow. And yes, you're right. You should learn. Sometimes you can love someone from a distance and not put yourself in positions where they're going to disappoint you. You apparently put yourself a lot in a position where she would disappoint you, which is not just bad for you, it's bad for her, too. So if you love each other, just don't have any contact that has something to do with money. There are ways to love and support someone that doesn't have to do with money, you see? And you're doing that as a favor for both of you, for your sanity. Don't enlace yourselves financially anymore. The value of your laptop is about $300. On your counterclaim against her for slander or personal distress, $0. On the plaintiff's claim against the defendant for the loans and the value of the laptop, I am ordering you to pay her $1,020, and I wish you both good luck.
Thank you.
So in this dispute between two sisters, the plaintiff prevails. The defendant, Ann, is going to have to give her sister just over $1,000. Ed, what do you think about what the judge just decided?
I have a lot of respect for Her Honor and Her Honor's decision.
Do you think this lawsuit is really going to kill this relationship?
For lack of a better word, I think family is the most important thing, hands down. And Your Honor pointed out, family doesn't involve money. So moving forward, it's just about love, healthiness, mental health.
Can you repair this relationship? That's the bottom line question. What do you think? Yes?
Yes. The bottom line question is yes, because I believe in forgiveness, and that is what's best for mental health overall in general.
Let's see what your sister has to say. You owe her $1,020. Nadia, you filed the lawsuit for, $1,800. What do you think now about the outcome of the case? What's going through your mind?
I'm just glad it's over. It was hard to do this. I just wanted to, we said at the beginning, I was just trying to stick up for myself, because I feel like for the, past 20 plus years, I've had a poor record for doing that. So I'm just glad it's over. I feel like I proved to myself that I could stand up for myself.
Well, that'll wrap it up for the case, and good luck to you. You are going to get $1,000 from your sister, and good luck to you.
I don't like to dump on people when they're going through financial struggles and, with COVID and everything else, but I'm going to dump on the defendant just a little right now, okay? And observe that if you've got money for weed and a concierge in your building, you're not broke. That's not broke. I've been broke, okay? All right? That's not broke.
I think she has this, and I see this in a lot of litigants, and it's unfortunate. There's this feeling that people owe you.
Right.
And nobody really owes you. It's nice to have a support system, but if you can't do it alone, if you can't just say the support system's gravy,
Right.
that is a breakdown in your ability to cope with life. You can't look at every bad thing that happens to you and turn around and blame somebody. You have to take responsibility.
Right.
And she doesn't seem to understand how her behavior is what's contributing to people pulling away from her. I mean, she just got up here and lied through her teeth about everything being a gift. She knows, because she saw the text, that they're not gifts. She knows it.
No.
So
the evidence doesn't lie on
Right.
that point. And you know, the plaintiff here was generous and thoughtful. She called herself dorky and annoying. I thought she was kind of charming and poised, and she handled a difficult and emotional case.
she was shook up. I mean, did you
Yeah.
see her when she was talking to
Yeah,
Doug?
her
in the
voice
hall?
was breaking a little bit.
Yeah, she was shook up.
So David wants to know this. Hey, Harvey, my neighbor's lawn guy damaged my yard lights with his snowblower. Who should I sue to have it fixed, my neighbor or the snowblower guy? Well, the snowblower guy is probably an independent contractor, which means that your neighbor would not be responsible for what he does. So go after the snowblower guy. That's my advice.